Yesterday, that means in previous class we discussed about nuclear energy. That means in two types, nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. So on that process, the nuclear reactor also we are explained clearly. Now the new topic is geothermal energy. This is one of the renewable sources of energy. In previous session, I give you a notebook on in the geothermal energy is in non-conventional sources of energy, but I gave conventional sources of energy, so that is a mistake. So sorry for that one. So now please try to you have to be a please remark that geothermal energy is a non-conventional source of energy and it is also called as renewable source of energy. Now, the heat energy of the interior of the earth is called geothermal energy. That means heat from earth interior generated from surface phenomena such as lava flows, geysers, flumers, hot springs, and mud pots. The heat is produced mainly by radioactive decay of potassium, thorium, and uranium in Earth's crust. Lava flows. A mass of flowing or solidified lava. That means it is a streams of molten rock that pour or ooze from an erupting vent. Lava is erupted during either non-explosive activity or explosive lava mountains. See the next one, geyser. A geyser is a spring characterized by intermittent discharge of water ejected turbulently and accompanied by steam. As a fairly rare phenomenon, the formation of geysers is due to a particular hydrological conditions that exist only in a few places on the earth. In foreign countries, we have to many see these geysers. Next one, fumarole. A fumarole is an opening in an near a volcano through which hot sulfurous gases emerge. That means it is an opening in a planet's crust which emits steam and gases such as carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, hydrogen chloride, and hydrogen sulfide. The steam forms when superheated water boils as its pressure drops when it emerges from the ground. The next one, hot springs. A hot spring, hydrothermal spring or geothermal spring, is a spring produced by emergence of geothermally heated groundwater that rises from the earth crust, while some of these springs contain water that is the safe temperature or bathing, though others so other the hot that emission can result in an injury or death. So this is the hot springs from the water pots, water lakes. And also now mud pot. Mud pot means it is from clay and mud. It means a mud pool is a sort of acidic hot spring or fumarole with limited water. It is usually takes the form of pool of bubbling mud. The acid and microorganisms decomposes surrounding the rock into a clay and mud. So these are the main uses of the geothermal energy. So here, why this geothermal is renewable? Why is not non-renewable? See, geothermal is a indeed a renewable source. This is because it is a source that has almost an unlimited amount of heat generated by the earth core. So that's why it is a cycling process we have to need in geothermal power plant. So that's why in cycling process the plant will be generating electricity is almost in 24 by 7 hours. So that's why this is a renewable source of energy. So why it is not renewable source of energy? Because it can be reused multiple times again and again. So that's why it is not a non-renewable source of energy. That means a renewable source of energy. So here geothermal energy means some disadvantages will be there. That is, there is an abundance of greenhouse gases below the surface of the earth, some of which mitigates towards the surface and into the atmosphere. And next, surface instability and large expensive. The so some location specifics are rarely, so it is a sustainability issue. So these are the disadvantages of the geothermal energy. So geothermal energy, some of the advantages are there. So what is the advantages of the geothermal energy means? So comparatively ecologically it is clean. So unlike coal-fired power plants, geothermal ones use a renewable heat source with a constant supply. It is gives more energy. It's stable prices. So low operating costs. So it is renewable and sustainable source. So it is a permanent power supply. So that's why. So it is the advantage of the geothermal power plant. So see now how geothermal working here. See the first point. The natural heat of the earth creates geothermal resources. So the natural heat of the earth. So the natural heat of the earth means, let's see. See here, this is the natural heat of the earth creates geothermal resources. The heat comes from the molten rock called magma. Magma means MAGMA. So it is located the Earth's core deep below the geothermal resources. That means, see here, this is the water comes from the cracks of the earth. So the water is entered into the deep source of the earth surface. See here, the over thousands of years, the rainwater seeps through the cracks in the earth surface and collects in underground reservoirs. So this is all the underground reservoir. And now the magma heats the water until it becomes a superheated fluid. Whenever the magma is heating this water, so enter the water is superheated fluid. So when it reaches the superheat fluid, see here, this is the drilling wall tube. So this is the drilled wall tube nearby 5,000 to 10,000 feet below the surface of the earth. These wells, called production wells, brings the superheated fluid to the earth's surface, where it can be used to generate electricity for homes and businesses. See here, the heat fluid is enter into the well tube, so it is towards the earth surface on the plant. See here, whenever the heated water fluid is entered into the earth surface, the water is entered through the pipes to the power plant. This is the power plant. So this is the water reservoirs, and this is the generator. That means how making a generate to electricity from the water. So this is for the pressuring machines. That means lower pressure machine and higher pressure machines. So the towards the whenever heated water is entered into this through this tube, when the first is the lower pressure and the second one is higher pressure. So from this lower pressure fluid and higher pressure fluid, it is from towards the pressure. When the pressure is increased, the steam will be separated. Hence the steam will be separated to the lower pressure and higher pressure towards the generator. That means the steam will be towards enter into the generator. The automatically steam will be converted into electricity from generator. So then the electricity towards is entered into the electrical plant and transformers. Then the transformer gives the high voltages, then produce the electricity to homes and businesses. So the remaining water is, that means the remaining water is entered into the reservoir, and also here the remaining water is entered into the towards the below the deepest of the earth surface. See here, the heated water is from these tubes. The first one is getting into the lower pressure and higher pressure crystallizers. That means the geothermal power plant uses crystallizers reactor. It's clarify its technology. That means the crystallizers reactor clarified technology make a geothermal energy. In this process, the turns the geothermal superheated fluid into a steam, while steam is removing solids from it. Then the steam is used to drive to turbine here. Then the turbine used to generate electricity. All remaining geothermal fluids are injected back into the reservoir for resume. That means here the remaining water, see here in blue color is the remaining water fluid. In reservoirs also the remaining water fluid from the crystallizers reactors. So enter into the towards all the water can be reintroduced into the reservoir from the deep its surface, nearly about 5,000 to 10,000 feet. See here, the crystallizer reactor clarified technology, the steam and the heated fluid is separating here. See this one, the in red color is the heated fluid, in white color is steam. So in this crystallizer, the heat and steam is separated. See here, when the steam is separated, the steam is from the lower pressure and higher pressure. This is the lower pressure valve and this is the higher pressure valve. So the two combination of lower pressure valve and higher pressure valve, the steam is enter into towards the generator. When the generator makes inside the generator, the turbines making to rotate. So when the turbines is making to rotate, automatically the mechanical energy is contained here. When the mechanical energy is converted to electricity. So when the steam is entered into the turbine makes to move. Whence happen the mechanical energy is converted to electrical energy. Why mechanical energy is converted to electrical energy means, see here, through the magnetic field acting on here. When the magnetic field is reaches the steam from the turbine flowing, then the electricity is produced. The electricity is comes out from the generator and it reaches, that means it takes the electricity by the transformer. The electricity reaches the transformer is sent to the electricity to from the transformation lines. These transformation lines, so from these long transformation lines, the electricity is entered into the homes, industries and businesses like that. So geothermal energy, that means the geothermal power plants are located in those situations, that means in large areas that has a lot of hot springs, geysers or volcanic activity, because at these places the large amount of heat generated is available in the form of steam. So in geothermal power plant automatically, so in has a again and again means it's a cycling process. How the cycling process means, see here, the red label means the heat fluid liquid and the blue color the heat means that is a water liquid. So whenever the heat is from the heat fluid is entered towards the plant and from the plant towards the deep sea, that is the water. That means it's a recycling process. From this recycling process, automatically the power plant is permanently the power supply is given. So that's why in geothermal power plant is the main advantage of the geothermal energy. So that means say power is given by the permanent power supply. So here the rocks and water get heated when hot magma comes close to the earth's surface. The rocks and water absorbs the heat from this magma deep underground. The rocks and water also gets heated by the slow decay of radioactive particles, which liberates large amount of energy. Hot water can be released through the geysers, hot springs, steam vents, underwater hydrothermal vents, which there are various sources of geothermal energy. In geothermal energy that can be harnessed to produce electricity means the steam is generated when the underground water comes in contact with the hot spots from the hot springs. The steam trapped inside the rocks at high temperature, that means high pressure, is taken out through the pipe to the spins to turbine which is connected to a generator and that produces electricity. The steam cools off in cooling water and condenses back to water. The cooled water is pumped back into the air to begin the process again and again. So this is the main sources of geothermal energy. Now what is the merits of geothermal energy? It is a renewable source of energy. It involves low running costs. It does not create any pollution and help in creating clean environment. The maintenance cost of geothermal power plant is loom, and geothermal power plants are unaffected by weather and night cycle day. Now, what is the limitations of geothermal energy? The geothermal energy is graphically there are very limited number of places where geothermal power plants are likely to operate effectively. Enhanced geothermal system can trigger earthquakes, therefore it affect land stability severely. That means higher front installation costs required for construction of geothermal power plant and its drilling wells which requires advanced technology. There is an abundance of greenhouse gases below the earth's surface. They can might be escaped through the holes drilled during construction. It lead to global warming and acid rain. The geothermal energy cannot be easily transported unlike other sources of energy. So this is the brief and explanation of geothermal energy.